we yeah, I think I just started recording, guys. Okay, sorry about this. Yeah, so this is going to be more of a workshop style. So if you want to keep your cameras open so we can have a look at each other, we can, we can see each other, we can engage, we can interact. It's going to be amazing. But for some reason, if you don't want to on your camera because of your privacy or whatever the reason may be, that's absolutely fine. And I'm super excited for this workshop because this has been something which I have been implementing myself, and I teach my clients so they can 10x their visibility online, provided you follow everything what has been told to you in the workshop. And this is going to be amazing for most of you in here, right? So I do have a couple of them who are just in the waiting room. I think there is some did you guys have any kind of an error message or anything while you were joining us or anything like that? Just confirming, because I see that there are people in waiting room but they're not able to enter. That's pretty strange. And sometimes the Zoom is like, oh my god, I just cannot even understand it at all. Yeah, so Amy says she is tuning in from um, Wisconsin, right? Is that correct? I'm not sure if that is right or not. Let me know, please. And Julie is here. I see David here. I see Shante. I see Janina. I see Mabel. Amazing, amazing. Samia is here. Perfect. So that's fine. Yeah, perfect, perfect. All right, so let me just ask you, before we go ahead and we start this workshop, I want you to let me know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you analyze your visibility online? So 1 being like not visible, 10 being yes, I'm visible and people can find me, right? So let me know in the chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you stand in terms of visibility online? 10. David says 10. Samya says 5. Janina says 1. Okay, that's really nice. Okay, Julie says 1. Jesh says 4. Shwante says 3. More interactions, yeah, from family and friends. I understand. I totally understand that, right? This is something we all feel like, okay, it's more interactions from our family and friends and all of that stuff. And this is pretty normal, right? This is very normal. Don't worry about it. What do you think is the reason for you that you are at 1 or 4 or 5 or whatever it is? So if you are anywhere between 7 to 10, meaning to say that you are pretty much visible to your clients, and that's pretty good, and you can definitely gain that visibility and start attracting clients. If you are between 7 and 10 yet you are unable to sign up clients, why do you think is the reason for that? Is there any specific reason? Let me know in the chat. So I understand like where exactly we all are coming from. We have Soumya who just now joined us. Hi Soumya, welcome. Introduce yourself in the chat. Right, so let us know, because this is going to be of a more of an interactive session. It's just not going to be a one-way conversation. The more you engage, the more you interact, the more it's going to be benefited for you. And what I really feel is like visibility is the key in the online space, and I definitely am going to explain like why is it so important for us to be visible online, in this 2023, at least right now, right? I think I should show up more. I do not. Okay, all right, probably, yeah, okay. So do you think consistency is a problem, Janina? Yeah. Okay, perfect, perfect. What about others? Keep coming, consistency and discipline. Shwante says probably. Okay. All right. Yeah. So what the more you engage, the more you interact, this is going to be amazing for you as well as for me, because I know that we all are so busy building our business, traveling, kids, home, and all of that stuff. And it becomes so difficult for us to be consistent online. But again, if you have your business on social media, this is the key, right? This is something which we all have to focus on when it comes to being visible online. Consistency, afraid to be seen, self-conscious. Okay, I'm on every day, but I'm not getting clients. Okay, I understand. All right, because I put a lot of work and do not results, I feel I do not have energy to provide more content. Okay. Huh, interesting. Yeah, you see, there are so many things which we feel like, we are doing, yet we are not able to get it. So probably you're doing things here and there once in a while, and that could be the reason why you are not able to gain that traction and gain that visibility. So without wasting further time, let's get started. So it's going to be easy for us to dive deep into this session. So get your notes on, grab a pen and paper. This is going to be more of a workshop style, so I'll be giving you prompts to go ahead and to do things, and you must be super engaged. That's where you're going to see the result, and that is how I coach, right? I definitely want people to take action quickly, and that is what I do even in my workshops. If you have missed our previous workshops on the masterclass which we had last month, that is something which people who are here, few of them are from the masterclass and they know what I'm talking about, right? So it's all about taking action. It's just not about the information, because honestly, we are living in an information flooded age where we don't have any lack of information. It's just that we are not able to execute and implement this information. That is the reason we are still stuck and we feel like we are not able to get the results. Do you agree with this? I mean, if you do agree, let me know in the chat. Information is there everywhere. Everybody is just, giving their opinions, throwing content, doing stuff, and blah blah blah, and all of that stuff. But that doesn't really matter, that you have to be visible, right? 100% agree. Yes, having difficulty implementation. Okay, perfect, perfect. Are you able to see my screen, guys, or not yet? Sometimes Zoom is kind of slow. Okay. Are you able to see the screen or not yet?
You just had it, then it went away.
Sorry, David, did you say something?
Yeah, you just had it. It just came up, then it went back.
Oh, okay, okay. That's so crazy. Just a second, just a second. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, perfectly fine. Awesome. That's nice. So this is going to be the workshop style, like the way I was saying. And today in this session, which is going to be for approximately 60 minutes, and I'm also going to have a Q&A. So if you have any questions by end of the session, please do, put your questions in the chat. So it's going to be easy for us to answer these questions by end of the session, definitely. And I want you to get the best out of this session, and that is the reason I'm going to do it in this style, which is definitely going to be a workshop style, where I'm going to give you prompts and you're going to give you're going to do the stuff what is required. All right, so let's get started. Yeah, so I do have a giveaway. All right, the people who are most engaged in the workshop, they are the ones who are going to be entitled for giveaway, and there will be two winners which I'm going to choose, because I definitely love encouraging people to take action and implement the things which they are supposed to do, because this is going to be an immediate action taking workshop. And what happens is, when you start implementing it, you are going to form a habit, and you're going to continue doing it. Like, if you are part of my masterclass, I did have 3 days of set 3 days of tasks, assignments which I gave, and after that, how many of you were able to, start creating content? Or was it that you created only during the masterclass and you just did not bother to do it after that? Let me know in the chat. So was it only during the masterclass you were active and you created the content, and after the masterclass you did not, go ahead and do it? What do you think? Let me know in the chat, because it's all about consistency. So when you are consistent, you're going to get the results. If you're not consistent, you are definitely not going to get the results, right? So what do you say, the people who were part of my masterclass, were you able to continue creating content even after the masterclass, or not yet? No, I didn't been recovering after the surgery. Okay, okay, I understand. No problem, things happen. And anyway, you still have another chance, Julie. You can definitely go ahead and do it. It's going to be amazing. And also, it's always about being disciplined. It's always about being consistent and visibility. If you want to gain that visibility online, you need to be consistent. And this is what I like honestly recommend everything. Okay, David says I implemented everything you teach us immediately. Awesome, David. I love that. Yeah, that's really great. There are very few people who implement, and I'm glad you did. Sorry. Yeah. So the people who are most active in the masterclass, and the people who feel like, yes, this is something which I need, I'm going to select 2 winners by end of the workshop. And the 2 winners are going to get my course, which is going to be 10x visibility online, which is value of $497. And this is going to be for those people who are most engaged during the workshop, and they also go ahead and do the tasks immediately, as we are going to have the prompts to do the task and all of that stuff. All right, so let's go, guys, let's go. So just type in the chat, let's go. All right, so now you know that there is no best time than now to be visible. Do you agree? When COVID hit, sorry about this, when COVID hit, you can see there was like a vast majority of businesses which moved online. And when they moved online, everybody started positioning themselves online, and they got started. Well, if you are still on a fence, and you know that you have a skill, you know that you have that you know uh, expertise which can change the life of people who are really wanting for, and you are like behind the scenes hiding, and you feel like you're the best kept secret, then this is the time for you to go ahead and be visible in front of your audience. And visibility is something which we all need. And there is this saying, right? The best time for you to go for you to be visible probably was like 5 years back. The second best time is right now, right? So it is just right now. So you are the one who is going to take this decision and do the things what you're supposed to do, so you can start getting the results. I absolutely am the best kept secret. Yeah, I understand, people do feel this, and this is so true. Like, we all feel like we're the best kept secret, and we really want that visibility. First of all, what do you think is online visibility? What do you think is visibility online all about? Tell me in the chat. What do you think? What is online visibility? I want to hear from you, right? Because, and also take notes, okay? So this is going to be like super helpful for you if you take notes. Having responses and reactions. A lot of people see me as an expert. Perfect, Janina. That's amazing. If people are seeing you as an expert, that is the best thing, right? That is the best thing ever. Yeah. Okay. Posts, videos, photos, and a venue to present our program. Okay. All right. Yeah. What more? It is basically the overall presence of your brand, because we all are online to build the personal brand, right? So we all are here online doing our stuff, finding clients on social media. So we are able to build the personal brand. It can be a product, it can be a service, it can be anything in the online space. And this is what it is to be visible online. And if people are able to find you, that is where your visibility comes into place. And that is where people can like literally find you, right? So before I go dive deep into this, I know that there are few of them who might be new to my world. So I just want to quickly introduce myself. My name is 𝐴𝑟𝑗𝑢𝑚𝑎𝑛. I'm a business coach, and I help coaches, consultants, and service providers to package and position their knowledge, their expertise, and convert it into a high ticket business so they make multiple five-figure months, right? So in this workshop, I am definitely going to cover the specific tactics and tricks which we implement in our business. And my paid clients, if they are part of this if they are part of this meeting, they already know what I'm talking about, right? So this is going to be worthwhile if you go ahead and if you implement this information. So I'm going to talk about the visibility, the algorithm, and the content creation. So these are the three pillars which I'm going to walk you through in this workshop. So it's not about me, so I don't want to waste your time. I value your time and I value my time as well. So quick housekeeping rules is like turn off all your notifications, because we are going to dive deep into this, and this is going to be pretty interesting for you to grab this information, go ahead and implement it so you start getting the results immediately. Now, how many of them here want the results immediately? I know we all will say like, yes, ASAP, just type in the chat ASAP, you know, we are so curious to be online and to, you know, for our clients to find us. Yesterday, okay, yes, I do, probably that this is what you meant, right? It's a typo, it's okay, I understand. All right, so this is something which is important. So let me ask you before we go into this, right? What platforms do you think are you active on? What are the platforms do you think are you active on social media? Facebook, okay, mainly Facebook, mail, TikTok, okay. All right, guys, we have, you know, the more interactions we have, this is going to be pretty interesting. All right, otherwise it's just going to be so boring to keep on talking to myself. Mainly Facebook, okay, I understand. So yeah, Facebook is my #1 platform, and I love being active on Facebook, right? The second question which I want to ask you is, where do you think your business has the biggest opportunity? Where do you think? Is it on Instagram? Is it on TikTok? Is it on Facebook? Is it on YouTube? Is it on LinkedIn? Where do you think your business is going to have the biggest opportunity? Facebook and YouTube. Facebook, IG, TikTok, YouTube. Wow, amazing. Okay, right. Perfect. Yeah, we not know much idea about it. LinkedIn. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yeah. So the reason for me to ask you this is like simple, right? If you feel your ideal clients are congregating on Facebook, that's where you might consider building your profile, building your visibility online. There is a different way for you to create this omnipresence, and that shouldn't be done right now, at least when you are in the beginning phases of your journey. What really would help you to build this omnipresence is when you have mastered one platform. And this is one of the biggest mistake which most people do, is like they want to spread everywhere, you know, and they want to be all over the place, which definitely leads to a lot of overwhelm. And this is the area where people get stuck the most, and it causes the frustration, the stress, the anxiety, and you know, all of this, which is like, it can also lead you to so much of a depression that you feel like, oh my god, you know, it ends up in tears, where you feel like I'm just there everywhere, I'm doing so much, yet I'm not getting the results. Do you agree with me? Let me know in the chat if you do agree, because this is something which I definitely want you to understand, is like you can build your omnipresence, but not in the beginning phases of your journey. In the beginning phases, you need to pick one platform where your ideal clients are congregating and be super active so you can master it. And that's what is the key, right? You need to master where your clients are super active. Is this making sense? Right? Agree, 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 makes sense. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, let's proceed. The next question I want to ask you is, how often are you creating content? Let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, how consistent are you creating content? 1 being not creating at all, 10 being I'm creating content every day, yet I have crickets. Okay. I'm not talking about sharing other people's content. I'm not talking about, sharing YouTube videos or whatever it is. I'm talking about your own content. This is what is my question. How often do you think you are creating content? 3 to 4 times a week, 8 times. Okay. Is that week, David? Is that week, 8 times a week? Yeah. Shwante, 7 times once a day. I have gaps 1, but preparing to start doing it daily, 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. It can be in a form of a return content like a post or a live video or a reel, but content creation is the key for your clients to find you online. And this is something which I want you to understand. And I'm not a fan of creating a huge bulk of content and, posting like 5 times, 3 times, 10 times a day. What I believe in is like one effective post with the right mindset and strategy, which we are going to talk about in the upcoming work, in the next slides. Okay, so if you are creating consistent content, your clients, your audience should consume it. That's where you would be able to take them from totally cold to sold. Is this making sense? Right? Consistency is the key here. But if you are creating content and if you are just sharing content from other people's posts, that doesn't establishes you as an expert in your industry. What establishes you as an expert in your industry is your own content. Is this making sense? Right? So you can like literally share the post from maybe Les Brown, maybe Tony Robbins, maybe whoever it is, who you're following, but that will establish them as an authority. If you want to be visible online, you need to establish your presence, yourself as an authority in the online space. And this is what really, really matters. Right? So yeah, cold to soul, that is something which is amazing. I know, right? So we all want to have a super successful business, right? We all feel like we need huge audience for us to be super successful in the business and all of that stuff. Before I go into, why we need the super successful business online, let us understand that why should you create content? That is important, right? Your content, meaning your own content, which can and should be attracting your dream clients to you. This is what the content does online. And it is all about you attracting your dream clients. All right. This is literally how the online businesses work. Right. And that's the reason you see now companies like insurance, banking, trading, all of these businesses, which are typically offline business models, are moving online and they all are creating content. How many times have you seen like there has been a drastic increase in offline businesses moving online and creating content? The main reason is because they all want to find clients online and they know that people consume the content, and once they consume the content, that's where they buy. And I know this because I have been creating content from 2020, from the time I moved online, and I have mastered this for myself, and this is what I teach my clients as well. And I know that you all are here through any of my content, maybe a video, maybe a reel, maybe a post, maybe my stories itself, isn't it? So you all, I know that maybe you have come from Instagram or maybe from Facebook or maybe from any Facebook group or whatever it might be. It is because of the content, because when we create content, it's through a strategy. It's just not a content which doesn't speak to anybody, right? So this is something where you need to focus on, and this won't happen overnight. It does take some time. All right, but consistency is important. creating a compelling content is important, and the content should be relevant to what you do. That's what makes a whole lot of difference, and this is what I'm going to explain to you in my upcoming slides. All right, are we together till now? Are we good till now? Is this making sense? Right? So when people, consume your content, that's where they are going to see you over and over again, because algorithms are showing your content to those people who are already engaging. Now, from the time Facebook has started this metaverse, right? After that, Facebook also gave an option of changing our profiles to professional mode. And this is something which is helping us analyze how our content is resonating with our audience. And this is something which made a difference and which helped me in getting better with my content strategy. And this is something which I want you all to do it. If you haven't yet converted your profiles to to professional mode, I would suggest you to go ahead and convert it to the professional mode, because you can literally get the analytics. All right. And this is what I suggest my clients as well. And that is what is important, right? So why is content marketing important in 2020? Simple. It is proven, it has amazing results. It's driving more sales. It's boosting your ROI. And most important is, it is going to raise the brand awareness. And there is so much more to it. Now, do you understand why are you not having that visibility online? Do you understand? Right? Do you agree? Honestly, from the time I started crafting content, I could see signing up clients. But as and when I started implementing the strategy, then I could see consistent signing up clients. But here is the thing, right? We just want clients to fall in our lap, but we don't want to show up. How is it possible, guys? Like, I'm not the person who says like, yeah, you don't have to create content, you will still get clients. Not at all. If you are looking for clients online, if you want results, if you want more sales, if you want more leads, if you want to boost your ROI, if you want to raise the brand awareness in the market, then content marketing is super important, right? So value driven content is something which I'm really going to focus on. And this is what something as a piece of a cake which most of my clients get. And this is something which I want you all to understand, is like, this is the key. Okay, so let's move on. Now, yes, this is super important, right? There are two key elements for you to increase your visibility. And this is getting more interesting. The more notes you take, the more you're going to get a lot of takeaways from this session. You will have a lot of aha moments. Feel free to share that in the chat and also in the group if you want to, right? So what do you think are these two key elements for you to increase your visibility online? Anyone here who wants to go? Like, what do you think is the key elements for you to increase that visibility online? Taking lots of notes. Amazing. Yeah, I love that, Julie. I love that you're an action taker. New content consistency. Okay, let me just go. Okay, one, mindset. Super important, right? This is something which differentiates a person who is successful and the person who wants to fail, right? Mindset is something which is so strong that we all act on how the way we think and the way we believe, right? So if we all want to have a wildly successful business, mostly people think that we need huge audience, right? Do you feel that? Do you feel like you need huge audience for you to have a wildly successful business? Or you feel like there is something special in that person, that's the reason they're making this money, which I don't have? Or people feel like, oh yeah, their offers are so good. Absolutely, everything goes hand in hand, right? Everything goes hand in hand. But here is a key. Most people think we need huge audience. That's the biggest misconception. I have had my clients sue with a very small audience, in her Facebook group, she was still able to do 22K in December, around 18K plus in January. All right. And this month she's already on, I think, 4.5 to 5K. All right. So she's no special. She is just a coach like me and you. It's just that she decided to go ahead and implement the strategies and change the limiting beliefs which we all have, right? Yes, of course, I teach high ticket because what I believe is if your clients have a pain and if they really want to, the bigger the bigger the problem you solve, the bigger you can charge. As simple as that. I don't want to talk more about this one. You know, I can go on ranting again. But the thing is, the bigger the problem you solve, the higher amount you can charge. Now, it totally depends on your mindset, whether you want to value what your expertise are, or you want to devalue it, right? So this is why I call it like mindset is something which is super important for us to believe, for us to be visible online. And of course, along with the mindset, strategy does matter. How many of you are posting content here with a strategy which can convert, or at least you have people, bare minimum, you know, at least engaging on your posts? How many of you do you feel like you have the strategy of content creation so that you increase your visibility? Let me know in the chat. Okay, let me know in the chat. Mindset and strategy are like two key elements. I tried, but I think I gave up too soon. Yeah, don't worry, now you're part of our program. You don't have to worry, Shwante. Definitely I have a strategy, but I don't know is a good one. Okay, perfect. I understand, right? So this is something which is the key for us to have the right mindset. One is the belief, to overcome all the limiting beliefs like, oh, my content is not getting views. Oh, my content, it's fine. You know, it's fine even if people are not engaging with your content, but you need to be, you know, publishing content every single day so you get better with it, right? So it's the same thing. When a child is born, immediately they don't start running. So it goes step by step. You learn every day. As long as you want to learn, you will learn. But here is the thing, you need to build that mindset muscle so strong that you are going to get consistent results once you start without giving up. But most of the people, they just give up. And strategy is also super important, because if you are publishing content without strategy, without having a right framework, then that is not going to help you in any way. So if you're publishing content and you have the right strategy to attract the audience, whether it is in your post, maybe a long post, a short post, whether it is in a reel, which can be just a 90 seconds reel, or it can be a video, you know, strategy is the key. Do you agree? Do you agree? Like, these two key elements are there for you to increase your visibility online. And this is super important. Take notes, guys. The easiest way for you to understand what exactly you stand for and how exactly you can create content which is going to talk to your ideal clients. Take notes. And this is something which I want you to do right now. All right, pick 3 or 5 things you want to talk about. This is easiest way, you know. Let's do this as an exercise. I'm going to give you like 3 to 5 minutes for you to do this exercise, right? So let's go, guys. Let's go. Are we ready? Let's go. Right, pick like 3 to 5 things which you want to talk about online, and that is important. What do you want to be known for? It's all about positioning yourself as an expert, right? Okay, it is always good to sprinkle some kind of an inspiration in this. Your results, maybe you don't have results online, absolutely fine. Don't get stuck with the rut of, oh, I don't have results online. Everybody starts fresh. And even if you don't have results online, but you do have your own transformational results which you have for yourself, and that's enough for you, right? You don't need results from the clients, right? So, and also be vulnerable. These are like 3 actual magic which really does wonders in your content. Is like, When you pick 3 to 5 things you want to talk about, and you decide like what do you want to be known for, and the third is what are you passionate about sharing with the world. We all have our zone of genius, right? How do you expect people to know your zone of genius if you are not able to put yourself out there and publish the content? Think about this. I'm going to give you like 2 to 3 minutes, right? In these three key um in these three aspects, what you the questions what you're asking yourself is like, pick 3 to 5 things you want to talk about online, and you want to create content. What do you want to be known for? What are you passionate about sharing with the world? This is so important, so we can revolve the content around what we do. In my case, I talk about my story a lot, my journey, because I know that when I started online, I'll tell you a quick story, okay? So while you're writing this, just hear this. When I started online, I used to feel like, oh, what? I don't have actually any great story to talk about, Then my coach at that time, he said that we all have stories. Your story is going to be a survival guide for somebody else. And if you do not share, if you're not vulnerable, how do you expect people to start relating with you? You need to become relatable in the online world, right? That's one. The second thing which I always talk about is, of course, more of leads and how to get clients, how to be more visible, organic marketing, attraction marketing. So you see all of my content revolves around this, right? And the third, I speak a lot about results, whether it's my results or it's my clients' results. But I do speak about these three things, apart from sharing my opinion, apart from, doing what I'm doing in my daily life or in my stories or whatever I do. Like, these are my three key things. Okay. This is something which I have picked. Now, similarly, I gave you this example so you can think what is that you want to share to your audience, right? So you become that, you create that relatability in your audience so they can understand you just not as a person who's promoting her or his business every single day, but also as a human. And if you do not add that human touch, then you cannot talk to them in the language which they can resonate. Is this making sense? Have you got this right? Did you write this? Did you do this exercise? Okay, David says communicating effectively, overcoming pain. Okay, all right. Yeah. So write this on a piece of paper. Take a screenshot of this. Okay, and share it in your story, and also share it in our Facebook group. Okay, this is your first step for you to put yourself out there. The more you are active, the more you engage, the more you put your word out to the world, the more you will attract people. And this is what I did. I wanted to build the business behind the scenes with so much of a frustration, with so much of an anxiety and all of that stuff. It didn't work. It didn't work. We need to change our thought process. Maybe right now you won't get this right, but if you sit on this, if you actually think about this, if you go dive deep into this, you will still come up with three things. Maybe it's your faith, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your, your coaching program itself. Like, probably if you're a health coach, you've got an amazing transformation where you've lost weight without dieting, without exercising, just by portion control, and now you know that this is possible, and this is something which you want to teach people, right? Those are your three key things. Is this making sense, guys? Is this understand? I mean, are you in sync with me? Is this in alignment with what I'm talking about? Okay, let me just read few comments before we go. Makes sense. I'm working on it. Okay, Janina says healing, transforming, depression, therapist, therapy, depression, or limiting beliefs, healing, transforming. Okay, sharing my story to inspire and help others. Okay, abuse. Okay, I think the chat is jumping. Passionate. Sorry, guys, this chat is jumping. I think it's just too fast. Passionate about helping others. Okay. Right, David. Passionate about helping people succeed. So success is different for every single individual, right? So if you define it a little more, like how you want them to be successful, in what way, and what is that vehicle you want to take them through, that would help people understand. Because probably a success for a housewife could be just doing her day-to-day chores every single day, taking care of her family, her kids, and everything. So she's happy and she's successful. A success for an executive who's in a 9 to 5 job could be getting to a CEO level. A success for an entrepreneur can be like, okay, when an entrepreneur is already having a 6-figure business, maybe they feel like more successful when they want to go to 7-figure or when they touch 8 figures, right? So success is something which is different in everybody's dictionary. So if you are like specifically talking about helping people to become what in terms of success, that is going to help you attract those ideal clients who are looking for this. Does this make sense? Yeah. Why being on a 9 to 5 isn't the solution and having your own business? Why financial education is a must for everyone in the world? Why strategies do the wealthy use to build and protect their wealth? What is the most effective way to build a business without investing big money or risking a lot? Okay, amazing. How can network marketing, how can network marketing give you a consistent and passive income for lifetime if done correctly? Okay, super clear, Jay. Amazing. That's nice. Well, guys, sit on this. Okay, work on this. Once you're done with this, go ahead and publish this in our Facebook group, or even in your Facebook, even on your profile or in the story, and tag me. Okay, this is your first assignment, helping people have peaceful life through a changed mindset. Yeah, this is amazing. You know, this is more specific. Amazing. Are we done, or do we need some more time to do this exercise? So I can wait or I can proceed. It's absolutely fine, right? So when you have, for example, now let me take an example of Jay, right? And when he listed 5 things, why being in a 9 to 5 isn't a solution and having your own business is, right? This is something which he wants to be known for. He's passionate about sharing these words and he want to talk about. Now, in this big chunk of content, you can literally have snippets of content, right? You don't have to make this as one big post. Let me dissect this for you, so it's going to be easy for you to understand, and you can, like, by end of this workshop, you have a complete clarity of how you can dissect this. And out of this one particular thing which Jay has mentioned, we can literally come up with 25 to 30 pieces of content, right? He can talk about the problems a 9 to 5 person has, why a 9 to 5 person is not able to invest more time in their business, why is it important for them to get started online or start their own business now than it was ever before, right? The problems of being in a 9 to 5 job in terms of the time, in terms of their schedule, in terms of the freedom, about the lifestyle. He can actually dissect this one particular thing into a lot many things and create snippets of content around this, right? I just mentioned top 4 which I have in my mind, right? So coming to the next one, why financial education is a must for every person in the world. He can definitely take them through a story of when he wasn't aware of how important the financial education was, how his life was. Once he is aware now, how his life has transformed. You understand what I mean? Is this making sense? Like, with one thing, you can revolve your content and create snippets of content any way, like 25 to 30 pieces. And this is possible when you know your clients back of your hand and you know the results, what you're going to bring for your clients. Is this making sense? right? So do you want more time to do this exercise, or should I proceed? Once you have, posted this on the Facebook group or the Facebook stories, let me know, because I would definitely want to go ahead and check and see, so it makes a lot of sense for us to pick people, I mean, to pick the ones who have done the exercise, and we reward them for doing what they did as, the exercise which we just need. I just need to take some time and think about it even more. Okay, Julie, no problem, that's absolutely fine. All right, take your time. Okay, and you have time till end of the session at least, so you can tag me and you can be one of the winners of the 10x visibility course which we have, right? Are you all with me? Or I don't see any engagements, any interactions. I feel like I'm not confusing you. Is this confusing? Is this making sense? Are we in the same level of understanding? Are we good till now? Let me know in the chat, please. Or are you in the deeper state of mind, and is this making you think more of like, oh yeah, this is something which I want to revolve my content, and it happens for the first time and we do that. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Makes sense. I hear you. Perfect. I just need to take some time. Okay. Okay, you have me taking notes. I'm good. I'm good. Great content. Oh, awesome, David. Awesome. That's really nice. Yeah. Okay, so let us do this as I see some different. Could you give more examples? Yeah, the examples could be like in my case, I implement one strategy, all right? And this is the strategy like I usually give out to my paid clients, but I don't mind sharing, because I know when my paid clients, when they work with me, it's more of a personal touch and personal support, which is what makes them, get the results faster in a quickest way. But here is some examples which I can give you. Now, if you go ahead and see my content this week itself, you will understand what I'm talking about. I already have a content calendar and a content schedule and a whole month's plan. And I honestly recommend you all to have a complete content calendar. Take some time out from your busy schedule and come up with, content pieces. So it's going to be easy for you to not get deviated from your actual stuff, what you want to talk about. And what really matters is having a content calendar would make your life easy. Now, for example, when I decided to do this workshop, I was talking about the benefits of being visible online in different ways. Like yesterday's, or I think day before yesterday's post was more about our negative and positive thought patterns and how to change it. And the last one was like, if you're self-sabotaging your progress, you can join the workshop, right? Something like this. So I had about 47 people who registered for this workshop, but we have about 12 people here on Zoom. And I'm sure many are going to watch this on a replay. I'm going to broadcast this later in our Facebook group, so it becomes easy for people to watch this and stuff like that, right? So if you actually see, my content strategy is very simple. I have a complete month's plan and I know what exactly I'm doing for the entire month. And my content revolves around the same, right? My content revolves around, why people are hesitant to be visible. Why is it important that for you to be visible rather than feeling like a best kept secret? So I talk in terms of business as well as our own mindset, our own beliefs, our own life, and all of that by giving examples, right? So this is something which I do, and this is something which I want you all. Are you able to see my screen or not? This is so strange. I had my screen shared and it just went somewhere. No? Oh, okay. This is strange. Is it okay now? It's just white. We can see a blank white screen. Oh my God. Strange. Is it okay now? Okay, perfect. Yeah. I was just wondering like what happened to my screen. All right. So this is how it is. My content strategy is simple. When you know what exactly you're doing, what you want to deliver to your audience, and you start creating content based on that. And if if you remember the previous slides which I was talking about, it is always revolving in three forms: return post, reel, and a live video, right? So this is what it is. And when coming to the difficulties, you need to understand what are those pains, challenges, desires your ideal clients have. And based on that, you need to start creating content. And this is what makes sense. When you are able to speak to your ideal clients in the language which they can resonate and they relate, it becomes so easy for them to understand, even if they don't talk about it openly, right? So this is what is important. So guys, if you have shared in the Facebook group, let us know. Mabel is going to go ahead and approve the posts, and Mabel is going to definitely check, if this exercise is done. Let us know, please, so we can proceed. And we also have a Q&A. If you have any questions, keep it for the last 15 minutes of this session. We are going to do a Q&A. Right. So all you have to do is share this in our Facebook group. That's High Ticket Entrepreneurs, High Ticket Community for Coaches and Consultants. Take a screenshot of the picture, or the return, whatever you have returned, and tag it, share it on your story and tag me. This is one of your assignments. All right. So let's go. Most important aspects while creating a content. This is what is super important, right? Your content needs to be compelling. When you create a compelling content, that grabs people's attention. If your content is just not talking to anyone, then it really doesn't make sense of who is watching or what they are doing or whatever it is, because it is not able to resonate with anyone. So you remember the mindset and strategy. After that, what you need to really focus on is, like, you need to create a compelling content, so you are able to take people on a journey. Okay. And that is important. When people are not with you on a journey, they won't be able to resonate with what exactly you have for them. Make sense? Right? So they should be able to follow you, your journey, and see where exactly it is going. It has to speak to them in the language which they can understand. Using complex terminology is going to repel your audience. Keep it super simple. So even if it is like a 12 to 14 years old kid who's reading it, they should be able to connect with you. So the terminology which we use in our content should be super simple. My umbrella is emotions, eat, spoke is a subject topic that supports the umbrella. Perfect. Right? Okay, Janet, no problem. Yeah. So, and also your content is relevant. Your content should be relevant. Like, is it relevant? This is something which you have to consider when you're creating content. There is a huge difference in consistently creating content which doesn't speak to anyone, and to create a content which creates the relevancy, which helps people understand what exactly you do and what exactly you stand for. So it is going to be easy for people to understand what exactly you have for them. Is this making sense? Right? Now I want to share with you the results from the time I have on the professional mode on, and I have been posting content, right? This is something which Facebook sends me as a notification, right? The quality of posts is super important. Okay. And there is a hack, which it's not a hack kind of a stuff, but I'm going to give you the exact way for you to boost the algorithm on Facebook. So it's going to be easy for you. So how does the content creation matter, right? That is important. No problem, Julie. That's fine. So the increased visibility is definitely an opportunity for your content to be viewed through more people broadly. And when I posted this, people thought that it's kind of a 100-day challenge or something. It wasn't a challenge. It's a notification which I get from Facebook that I have increased my visibility for 100 days. And I'm going to show you the exact 28 days analytics, so you can understand this better yourself. All right. So you see this. 246% increase, 82% increased in engagements, 52% followers increased, and impressions 118% just in the 28 days. right? So it really matters for you to have a content strategy and a framework, so your visibility increases. And this is not me, right? It is not I who has got this. This is from my professional dashboard on Facebook from the time I on the professional mode on. So this is something for you to analyze if you have on the professional mode, for you to understand like how this can make a difference for you in your business. Is this making sense? Right? So I'm a person who always backs up with results. So whatever I talk has to make sense for me and for my clients. And this is what I'm showing you, like how has the increased visibility, how does it work on Facebook or any platform you use, because this is super important for you. All right, let's move on. So what is the most popular type of content? This is something, an interesting thing. And when I heard about this, this was like an aha moment for me. Honestly, the reason being like I'm an introvert by nature, okay, and I've never been online doing the videos and all of that stuff. When my coach told me to do videos, I was like, I cannot do this. But here is the thing, right? According to HubSpot, videos are actually the most popular content type in 2021. Now it's the same. It's, if you go and check even now, videos are the most popular content even in 2023. And it is overtaking all the return posts and blogs and all of that. So now how many of them here are able to comfortably do videos without hesitation? Like you're so confident, like, okay, I can do the videos, I don't have a problem. How many of you here feel that? Say yes. If you feel like, no, I'm a shy person, I cannot, I'm not confident, it's absolutely fine. I can understand this, right? It's absolutely fine. Yes, me, yes. I'm 8 out of 10. You mean it's better to make videos instead of post? Absolutely, I can do videos. Okay, perfectly fine. Here is something, right? When we start doing videos, we have this. I didn't have anybody on my live today. I don't know how many people are going to watch this. Did I talk about this right? Did I say, like, was it proper? And we have so many self-doubts. We have this fear factor which comes into place when we are doing videos. I don't know about you guys, but at least I had this fear. All right, I really had this fear, but it does take some time for you to gain that momentum for you to do videos. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it if it is a live or a recorded video. Yes, videos of things, yes, but me video, more major struggle. I understand, Amy, and this is something which most of them they tell me. And for this I used to have this visibility challenge which I used to do. But don't worry, now if you are most active here, you're doing your tasks, you're tagging me, you're posting everything, then you have a possibility of winning the 10x visibility course, where you would be more comfortable in showing up on videos, right? So why do you have to do videos? Let us understand that first before I go on. Why video content over return post? This is majorly, people ask me, like, see, there is no right or wrong to this. First of all, okay, I want you to understand one thing is like, return posts, they work, reels, they work, videos, they work. If you actually see me, I do a mix of all these three, right? And my video content, especially live videos, before I used to do a lot on my Facebook personal profile. Now I have limited it to these trainings and also to my Facebook group only, because that is something which I want to give as a huge value for my audience who are part of my Facebook group. So my video content or my video trainings are exclusively only for my group members and the people who decide to participate in my workshops, masterclasses, and live events. Okay. But if you're somebody out there who's just starting out, I highly recommend you to do videos, right? First of all, it can build an instant connection with your audience. Your audience can feel connected with you when they consume your video content, okay? They want to know your personality. Videos can make them feel relatable. It shows your authenticity and your honesty. And this is the key. This is something which I do it myself, and I know this. When people have watched my video, they have come in my inbox and say, hey, I saw your video on so and so, can you give me more information? I've had people who booked calls through my video. I've got people who don't even say anything, not even come to my inbox. They book calls, they come into my programs. Because on a video, nobody can just lie, nobody can just fake it. Is this making sense? Right? It shows you as a real person as you. Right? So if you're somebody out there who don't want to do video content without showing your face, you can do it through the slides and do a voice over. That is absolutely fine to get started. But that again doesn't that connection with your audience, if this is making sense. Is this making sense? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Practice using your phone camera on video evaluate you. Absolutely, David, absolutely. The second is, of course, your audience need to know what is exactly that you do. That is important, right? You remember the exercise which we did right now? Who you are, how you help them, and when they buy from you, what is that big result which they can achieve? It helps them understand your knowledge, your expertise, your personality, and you as a person. Because honestly, people do not buy into your programs, into your services, because they like your service, or they are like buying your Zoom sessions or Zoom recordings or your coachings. They first see you, your face value, and they trust you. So what it does is, like, videos helps you in building the know, like, and trust factor easily. Is this making sense? Right? And that's the key, right? Your personality and your experience is your personal brand. And in 2023, if you're not focusing on building your personal brand, let me tell you, like, you are missing out a lot of money on the table. And I can tell you this, without even thinking about it 1%. And I know it for sure. I have seen people who were camera shy, who never were on camera, who were never, on Facebook and all of that. People similar to me, they're just crushing it on videos. They just have consistent clients. And since I teach high ticket, you don't need like a whole bunch of people for you to make 10K, 20K. You just need between 2 to 4 clients for you to do 20K. Right? Because people should value themselves and their services. That's where others are going to value you. But if you devalue yourself, your experience, how do you expect others to value you? Are we getting this? Right? Yes, yes, yes. David says, yes, they have to connect with you. Absolutely, absolutely. Is this making sense? Can we move on? Perfect. Once you master the video content, let me tell you the benefits of doing this video content. And I know it's not easy. I know, guys, I know it's not easy, but everything is difficult in the beginning phases, right? We get stuck in that overwhelm and we feel like, oh, we're not good enough. We have this fear factor. We feel shy. We feel being judged and all of that stuff. Come on. You are in a business, and business doesn't run on feelings. Business runs on data. And you need to have a concrete data to analyze if your offer works, if your workshop is successful, or whatever the case may be. Take this, like write this. If you're a person who's constantly dwelling in that feelings type, you need to act, and you need to work on the statistics. And the statistics is basically your data, your results for yourself and for your clients. Is this making sense? Right? So why do you have to master the video content? It's easy. It takes less time. For me to put this presentation, it took me about 1.5 to 2 hours to outline this complete presentation and put this on slides. And I teach this to my clients. So it's easy for me to just deliver this, right? But this was not the same case in 2020 or 2021 even. It used to take me a lot of time. Here is a key. Practice. when you are on doing this over and over and over and over again, you get better with it. It's as simple as that. Do you agree? Right? So you become confident in what you're saying. Now, I know that I'm 100% sure about the content, what I'm delivering, and the value, what I'm providing in this masterclass. And it's just no fluff, no BS, no crappy stuff like about me, and my money, what I made, what my clients made. It's the value, what I'm giving, because I'm so confident that this stuff works, right? So you become so confident in what you're saying on a video. The third, it builds your authority in the online space. Like honestly, vast majority of your competitors are not doing videos. And that is the reason in the coaching industry, there are only about 73% of the coaches, there are about 73% of the coaches who are not even making 3 to 5K in a month. 73% and more. Can you imagine? So there are very less people, like about 10 to 15% people who are doing 5 figures. And there is like 2 to 3% people who are doing 7 and 8 figures. And that's the fact, right? Many people feel like I can do this, and blah, blah, blah. They get started. And then later what happens is they are like, oh, I tried this. It doesn't work. Let me just go get a job. It's so easy to give up. If you want to stand out in your niche, you need to be that authoritative figure in your industry so people can see what you're doing. It's not about being shy. Like English is not my first language, and I wear this headscarf, okay? And most of my clients are from not even my country where I live. 90% of my clients are from US and Canada. So what am I trying to say? It doesn't matter you're tall, you're thin, you're originally from English language or native English speaker, whatever it is. People who feel connected with you, people who see you as an authority, they are your clients. And for you, this is what is important, to build your authority in the online space so you're more confident and people see you as an expert. Do you agree? Totally agree. My fear of going live on Facebook went away after having done few times. So yeah, absolutely, I understand. This is the most important, right? You will stand out from the noise and you are actually impacting people. It can be through a free content like this, like a free workshop, which I'm doing right now. It can be through a short video, where you are giving them immense value, right? Standing out from the noise is important. Everybody is posting. Like I said, we're not living in an information lacking age. We are living in an information flooded age where everybody is teaching the same old stuff. But videos will help you in delivering your message in your own style, and you are able to stand out from the noise and earn the income what you deserve, because we all deserve it, right? And videos will help you in growing your audience and getting that traction online. Why I'm saying this is because I know when I did a challenge in 2020, I did videos every single day for, I remember, for more than like 100 days, more than 100 days, okay? And the amount of traction which I got in these 100 days, and after that I started mixing the content, because I know that there are people who just watch short videos, there are people who just read, there are people who just watch a video content, right? So I wanted to cater to every single touch on every single category of client based on their interest. That's where I started mixing the content. But I must tell you, in comparison to my return post, the reels, whatever it is, the value which I provided on my videos, even if it is just to solve one problem or one pain, that got me visibility, that got me results. How many of you have already, like, this, right? I do go live, I do videos and all of this, and people started following me. Probably you're not following me from now, like 1 month, 2 months. You're probably following me for a long time. I don't know. But this is how the video content is going to help you. If anybody in here wants to get better with it, then definitely you need to take this up as a challenge for yourself and start doing it. And doing it with the support of a team is going to help you a lot. it helped me at least, you know, because we had accountability when I started doing it for 100 days, you know. Anyway, let's move on. Last but not the least, you will attract people who feel aligned with you, and that is important. Doesn't matter on IG or Facebook, wherever your audience are, you just need to be visible there. And this is what is important. You can do reels on IG, and you can connect your IG and Facebook together. So when you publish a reel on Facebook or on Instagram, it automatically updates to your other platform as well, and that is important, right? So let's move on. Is this making sense? This is something which you all want to know, right? How to increase this visibility? This is the question which I get asked so often and frequently, where people are like, how do I increase the visibility online? I are you with me, or am I lost? Because I don't see any chat. I hope we are still on Zoom and the meeting didn't end. Yeah. I get more response when I use reels. Absolutely, David. Nice. Here we are. Okay, perfect, perfect. How to increase more visibility? Super important. First of all, share your own content. Don't share other people's posts. That is important, right? That is super, super important for you. Focus on quality, not on quantity. It's not about doing 5-10 posts in a day. I mean, how can anybody produce so much of a content? It just makes me go crazy when I think about the fact that few people teaching like, oh, you need to publish 5 pieces. And I got on a call with one of the lady last month, and she told me like one of her ex-coach had told her to do 9 posts in a day. I mean, I was like, what? 9 posts? Like, where are you going to come up with so much of a content? It's not about the quantity, guys. It's about the quality. And what Facebook algorithm really looks at is the quality of your posts, the engagement the post is having, and the way people are liking it, commenting on it, sharing it. This is going to give you more organic traffic. So do not focus on this quantity stuff. Even if you are doing 3 pieces of content in a week, at least get started with that. Then gradually increase to 1 post in a day. If you actually look at my posts, and if you've been following my journey, I don't do more than 1 post in a day. I don't. Regardless of I get engagement or I don't get engagement, I'm not worried about it. And here is something which most people do is like they attach themselves so much to the outcome that they get depressed when they don't get likes, when they don't get comments, when they don't get shares. That doesn't matter. Those are the false vanity metrics. If you want to be consistent, if you want to create a relevant content, if you want to be creating a compelling content, you need to detach yourself from the outcome. Focus on the consistency and the relevancy for your audience, and focus on the quality of your content so you get better with it, right? And this is what matters, okay? Most important, if you have an important post, like in my case, I had a case study interview last month with my client who did 22K. So I pinned that post because for me, it's most important that my clients are getting the results, right? I'm giving you examples of what I'm doing. So you know that what I'm teaching you is what I'm doing. I'm walking my walk and talking my talk, right? That is important. So if you don't have your own results or your clients' results, at least share your own story and the transformation, what you've got, pin that post. So let people understand your own journey, right? When people come on your profile, they first see the pinned post. So the most important post is something which they see. Is this making sense? Right? Include visuals. This is important. Like we need to scroll the stop on social media. No problem, Janina, that's fine. We need to increase the scrolling on social media. And one of the ways where you can do this is through the visuals. So it can be a picture of yours. It can be something, you know, it can be something which can like really stop the scroll and help them understand. But apart from all this, what really matters is like your headline. The headline of the post plays a major role in hooking people grabbing their attention and to read the post or even to view your content online. I've seen people who just publish videos without any headline. Like, how do you expect people to know what are you talking about if you don't have a headline or a topic which you have mentioned on the video, right? So this is something which comes into the content strategy, and it's going to take more time if I go dive deep into this. So I'm just giving you an example of how important it is for you to grab people's attention, because we all have a very less attention span on social media. It's less than 4 seconds now. Goldfish was like 8 seconds and humans was 7 seconds, but now I know it's even less than that. So you really need to include visuals and attention grabbing headlines for people to stop and read what you have, right? It doesn't have to be a question only, right? It doesn't have to be a problem only. Okay, 3 seconds, okay, probably, yeah, you know. Right? So these are like 4 key things which you can increase your visibility. Last but not the least is use hashtags, especially if you're using IG and TikTok as your main platform. I don't use hashtags on Facebook, but I use it on Instagram, because Instagram has a complete hashtag which you can follow, and all your posts, wherever you whatever you have hashtag, goes under that hashtag, right? So use appropriate hashtag based on what you are publishing, what the content is about. Make the hashtag relevant to what you have spoken. Is this making sense? Is this clear? Very sense. Okay, perfect. Very. All right. Super. Okay. All right, guys, let me know this is making sense. All right. I use hashtag on Facebook, but not sure if they help. Yeah, I'm not sure if that helps on Facebook. That's the reason, I don't use on Facebook, but I do use on Instagram and on TikTok as well. Yeah. But these are like 5 key elements for you to increase your visibility. Now, how many of you in here are going to start implementing what you are learning right today? Okay, here is another profile view from past, you know, 28 days. So you can see the reach of the post and engagements is super important. The reason why it is important, I will tell you. And even the shares, you see 122%, photo views 1.1K, video clicks 93%. And this is my analytics. Like, I'm showing you what my dashboard has as in terms of the screenshot, so you can understand how does it matter for you to have a quality content on your profile with a strategy, right? And this is what I teach in my program as well. And this is important because when I ask people what is the biggest game changer for you in the business, and I give them options of like visibility, content strategy, leads, sales, mindset, whatever it is, most of the people, they tell me it's leads, it's sales, it's content strategy. Okay, but here is the thing, right? Everything is linked to your visibility. If you're visible, you are going to get more leads. If you are visible, your content strategy works, then you are going to get leads, you're going to get sales, you're going to have people asking you. So everything is back to your visibility. Let's suppose you're consistently publishing content and there is nobody who's asking you for your services. Then in that case, you need to check your audience. That is important, right? Are you having the right audience? That is so important for us to understand. If we don't have the right audience, then your content is not going to speak to anyone. So it all boils down to your audience, your content, your offer, and your sales. Yeah. So if you feel like your problem on social media is your consistency, or probably your leads, or probably your sales, then first check your visibility. That is important, right? So also check your audience. If you have a bunch of your family, friends, colleagues, acquaintances in your group, in your group, or on your personal profile, they are not your audience. You need to have your audience, right? I'm hoping we'll be able to see the replay of this. Well, yeah, I will publish the replay, but replay is going to be available until Saturday. And after that, it will be pulled out because this is going to be converted into a paid training. And I know that the people who hop on the live calls are going to get the best out of it, as you have an opportunity to ask questions, right? So here is another screenshot of last week where it was like 107 days. So every single day the visibility is increasing, and I'm not analyzing this, Facebook is analyzing this. So how many of you are in here who will commit right today that you are going to post content, which is going to get you traction? So that's going to be a high quality content, engage with your audience, and you have this professional mode on, so you are able to analyze this, and Facebook will start sending you this right after 28-30 days, because it just takes the monthly cycle, right, of 28 days minimum. So start from now, okay? Keep a watch of how it's going, and if you feel like your content has not got traction, work on your content strategy. That is important, right? So you see this, the tips what Facebook gives me is what I'm saying. You use a variety of post types such as reels, which I mentioned, stories, I'm super active on my stories, live videos, and of course the return content, right? Find comments to your post that extend the conversation and respond to those. Facebook is giving you these tips, and this is how you can, there is no secret in this, guys, okay? And people who teach it like it's a secret strategy, it's actually not, right? So yeah, so create post relate to the current events. It doesn't mean go with the trends. Pick your three stuff, like 3 or 5 things which you want to be known for, and just do that. And that is what is important, right? So the eligibility for increased visibility is evaluated every single day. Yeah, you see this? It is so important for us. Okay, now here is a hack, all right, before you guys get busy, and I know that it's taking a little longer than an hour, but I want to give the best, and that's my whole intention here. Here is a hack to boost your algorithm. Engage with your audience. I've seen so many people who never respond to the comments, who never engage with your audience, even if it is in the messenger. The easiest way for you to do this is like do this maybe 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the night. And when you're engaging, the most important is you need to be intentional of who you're engaging with. If you're just scrolling on social media doing your stuff, it is not going to make any sense. All right, it is really not going to make any sense. Anybody's post on your feed, you engage with them, that is like lamely engaging with everyone. Your visibility and the way you can hack algorithm is to engage with them, and the key for you to engage with them and their content and reply to their comments and like their comments is mainly because your posts will be shown to them on their news feed. So when it comes to intentional engaging, you need to check if this person who's engaging on your feed is your ideal client, and you intentionally engage with them so they can see your content more. Is this making sense? Am I confusing you, or is this pretty clear? Let me know in the chat. Okay, totally clear. Okay, very clear. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, no problem, Shwanti, that's fine. Yeah, very clear. All right. So I always offer my support, my help, right? Because obviously I know that in spite of getting all of this information, you will still get stuck, because after the masterclass there were so many of them who are still stuck, and this usually happens, right? If you want to work with me, then I'm offering you a 6 months of a container where we are going to dive deep into everything what is explained as the first step of the process, right? So we focus on packaging and positioning your offer to sign up consistent clients every single month. And we are going to fast track your authority in your niche so you can increase your impact and the income. These are like 3 major results my clients get when they start working with me. And you would be able to attract your ideal clients to build a scalable and a sustainable business around your lifestyle, because it's just not about, you know, working on your business all day all long. It's about doing strategic things which is going to help you in getting the results, right? So here is my offer to you guys, is like, we offer an insane ROI guarantee when we work together, and that is, we work together until you 2x your investment. And ideally most of my clients are able to 2x their investment within 90 days, provided they show up on every weekly calls. They follow the strategies what we are teaching them, and they go all in and commit to getting the results. Like, right, we can help only those who want to help themselves. Otherwise, you know, it's just going to be, it's just not going to work, right? So ideally, if you really want quick results, you need to be a quick action taker. Like one of my clients, she did 22K in just 8 weeks. So that is the kind of results we work, because your offer, your authority, and attracting your clients is super important for you, so you can get clients on social media. And this is what I teach, and this is what I do as well. All right, so what I'm offering for the next 7 days is something which is insane. All right, and I'm going to give a $2,000 scholarship on the total price of my program. So this is going to be valid until the 15th of February. All right, so along with this, there is a fast action bonus, and it is on a first come first serve basis only, and it is only for 7 action takers who are part of this workshop, who are going to watch this later on the replay, or even this is going to be a public offer, because this is what I'm launching right today in this workshop. Okay, so the seats are limited. That's only 7 action takers. And if you book the call with me before 11th Feb, that's in another 3 days, and you decide to sign up into our program and you work with me, so you have my support, you have accountability, you have the back of your hand, then you will have access to all the free pop-up programs we launch. So I have a pop-up program which is going to come up. Like, usually these programs are focusing on one aspect, and you will have access to it for free for the next 6 months. So in case you want to get into anything else with me and you want to like personally work, then this is something which I'm offering, and this is only for those people who are going to book a call with me before the 11th of February. So we are going to drop the link, right? Yeah, so Mabel has already done that. If you want to go ahead and book the call, let's see if we are a good fit for each other. And if you want to take advantage of the fast action bonus and the scholarship, which I usually do not offer, and this offer is for a limited duration of time. So this is what my offer is for you right now, because I know that you are going to get this information. When you're implementing it, you might get stuck, you might need more help, and that's where you get my support, accountability, and access to me for the next 6 months. And do not forget that in the industry, there are very few people who offer an ROI guarantee, which we do. All right, anyway, it's not about me, it's of course about you. And even if you are good with this information, you feel like you want to do it all by yourself, good luck to you. But if you need to fast track your results, you need to work with a coach, and you feel like you want to get a consistent, sustainable, and a scalable business, then this is my offer for you. All right, the assignment what I have right now for you is to go and record a 2 to 4 minutes video, or even write a post on your profile and share about today's session and tag me. And I'm going to give you, I'll send you a message, David. Yeah, so go live and record a 2 to 4 minutes video, and write a post on your profile, share about today's session and tag me, and take a screenshot of this masterclass and share your aha moment on your story and tag me. So what are you going to get? There'll be 2 winners, and the 2 winners are going to get a 10x visibility. So while I go ahead and while I do a Q&A, in case you can just go and do this, so I and my team can see who is qualified for this and who has done the session, and we pick the winner. It is more of an action taking right now, right? So that is the reason I want you to do it right now while we are on a call. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, just bring it on. So, it's going to be easy for us to answer these questions while people are just taking action. So how many of you are in here who is going to do this assignment and get this stuff right away? So I can pick the winner immediately and give you access to the 10x visibility course which we have. Okay, so 15 minutes is going to be a Q&A, and we are going to do a draw. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask me. You can put in the chat. So if you have any questions specifically to anything, let us know, please. No questions? Wow. Either the session was so good that nobody has any question, or either the session was so confusing that you don't know what question to ask. Probably. I'm just joking, guys. Don't worry about this. But in any case, if you have any questions, unmute yourself and ask. I'm going to stop this share so I have an opportunity to have a look at you guys and answer your questions. How do you switch to professional mode on Facebook? Amazing question. Yeah, it's pretty easy, David. All you have to do is when you go to your profile, there are 3 dots on the right hand side. And when you click that, you have an option of turn on professional mode. So when you turn on the professional mode, it's going to be easy for you to just switch it to the professional mode. All right. Yeah. This was great. I see the reach on my personal page layout. My personal post for sure get more reach. Okay. Yeah, because the reason is, people are more keen and interested in everybody's personal stories, and that's why they like it, because they feel it's relatable. That's amazing. If you have more reach on personal stories, and that is true, when you talk a lot about your business itself, then it might also put few people off, but it has to be a good mixture of your story, your transformation, what you stand for, your values, what you want to teach, and all of this stuff. Are we doing the assignment now, or do you think that we need to do this draw probably, give some more time for you guys? So, you can just go ahead and do this. It's going to be easy for us to do that. If at all this is what you want, I don't mind. Okay, we create content in videos, and how can we express our truth? What is that? Truth, value without seeing selling. Yeah, it's easy. When you're creating a video, focus on giving value on a video and teach what people want to learn. Like, for example, if you are a therapist, here are 3 ways for you to overcome your trauma, and you talk about it on a video. But if you want to do a story post, then let that be in a written format. If you feel like you're not able to connect with them, or you're not able to find words to tell the story, because obviously storytelling is like an art, and until you master it, and you may not feel comfortable saying it on a story, like on a video, to be vulnerable, but you can always do it as a return post. Okay, so this is something which you can do, and it's a great question, Zoe. We create content in videos. This is okay. Does a call for action or a question need to be part of the post? Absolutely. If you have missed my masterclass, which we had last month, right now it is a paid one. If you're interested, you can catch the replays and pay for the masterclass. It's totally up to you. But I have explained to you how you can, have a call to action in your post. It has to be part of it. It's one of the strategies of the hook, the content itself in a form of a story, and then an offer. Right? So the offer can be as simple as call to action, like join my Facebook group, or engage on this post. share your thoughts, book a call with me, send me a DM. All of these are part of call to action. When you tell them to take the next step of the process, that's where people would know that you have something for them. And it becomes easy for them to come into your world or to start working with you. Like in my case, when I decided to do this masterclass, every single post of mine had a call to action. Regardless of I shared a value, I shared a 1-minute reel, or I shared a video, or whatever I did, it had a call to action. And the call to action was to join the workshop. Right? So call to action is majorly important for you to have. Even if you don't want to have every single day, that's absolutely fine. You can at least have thrice in a week. That is going to help you a lot. Yeah. Any other questions you have? I can see 2 pending approvals. One is Janine and one is Jay. Okay. Guys, all you have to do is just tag me in the story and share what has been your aha moment of this workshop, either on a video. I suggest you to start doing videos, because now, since we spoke about how important the video content is, it is going to like you're taking action immediately right away. And this is what matters, right? Action takers are money makers. And this is a phrase I learned when I was doing affiliate marketing. Is like, yes, when people take action, they get the results faster. It's as simple as that, right? Anyway, so what I'll do is, since I don't see any more questions coming in, I hope this was pretty clear and we all have a crystal clear framework of how to follow things and do the stuff, right? So if you don't have any questions, I am going to do this draw. Once people are part of the replay and they want to catch up this on a replay, and the replays would be available for this session until the Saturday, that's 11th of February, and that is the last day for you even to book a call with me. If at all you want to work with me and grab the fast action bonuses and the offer which I have given you right now. So I'll do the draw. I'll go live in the Facebook group and I'll do the draw of all the participants who have participated in this. So you have enough time to go ahead and do your assignment, so you are qualified to win the 10x visibility course. Does this make sense? Is this fair? I don't want to hurry you guys right now to do anything. So probably this would be fair. If you have any questions in the meantime, please go ahead and ask. Otherwise, it was nice being here and delivering this workshop. It was my pleasure to serve you, and great participation. I really liked everybody's participation here, and I value your support. And I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know in the chat if this was helpful for you, and if you have had some solid strategy to gain the visibility, and what has been your aha moment in this workshop. It's going to be amazing to know this as well. All right. Perfect, guys. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, David. And thank you, everyone who are part of this. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you again. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.